One of the things I would like for people to take away from the show would be the changing of their mindset, the reconsideration, the reconfiguring, if you will, of how they think about things. And since I'm not an expert on all things, my desire was for you to learn from other experts in different fields of study that can give you something to chew on, something that you can benefit from. And that's why we put together the program, Change the Brain, Conversations Without Limitations. I look forward to seeing you.
For our next speaker, I want to ask everyone to welcome up Dr. Duane Mangum, him and his wife.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Duane Mangum. It's like man chewing gum. Don't call me Magnum, because if you call me Magnum, I need a Ferrari, I need a helicopter, and I need a house in Hawaii. So if you leave here and call me Magnum, I'm looking for you to write the check. I want a certified check. First of all, I just want to say good evening. Two amazing presenters came. Can y'all give them a hand? Come on. Now, I learned this. I need some money. Okay. That's what he just said. I'm asking for money. Okay. Y'all ain't no money. Let me go ahead. We don't have anything because we don't ask. But what I want to do real quickly, one of the things that I'm excited about today is because I am the African American blended family GPS. I am the African American blended family GPS. Anybody know about the Brady Bunch?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, they were on. I was too young to get on TV because I would have told them that's not how it goes in my house. But before I go into my presentation, I want to talk about a quote that I love. Family isn't always about blood. It's the people in your life who want you in theirs. The ones who accept you for who you are. The ones who will do anything to see you smile. And the ones who will love you no matter what. Some of you in here are families. Some of you have been touched by the blended family, a step family. We just haven't looked down our tree long enough to find out if we're connected to somebody that's non-biological or that we have a stepdad or a stepmom hanging around. And see what is happening in our communities, we don't know how to GPS them. We don't know how to get them out of their trouble. Call Dr. Mangum. I also had the privilege to write a book entitled Blending to Make It, Ingredients for a Successful Blended Family. I know how to do this because I'm a third generation blended family member. I first became introduced to this blended family system at the age of 9. I had a dad at that time, my biological dad. He was a dad of 7 children, 6 boys and 1 daughter. However, he didn't know how to treat the queen, my mother, in his life. So my mom got a divorce and she remarried. And so we got a new stepdad who came in with this mentality, it's either my way or the highway. And we looked at him and said, dude, you just got here. We've been here. My second encounter was I was a young 22-year-old gentleman, just out of college. I fell in love with this young lady that had 2 children from a previous relationship. I thought I could fix her and rescue her because my mentality is to build people, not break them.
That's right.
And so because I was green and young, ladies and gentlemen, I walked into this situation not knowing the nuances, the challenges, or the expectations of being a stepdad. And I got beat up pretty good by my non-biological children. Unfortunately, things didn't work out. We ended up getting a divorce. For those of you that are Sadducees and Pharisees, I did get a divorce. My third encounter was after years of being single, God led me to Philadelphia and I met my current wife, Michelle, and guess what? She had a son from a previous marriage. We dated for 15 months, and God said, let's do this thing, because both of y'all are healed, both of y'all are better, let's do this thing. So I got married for the second time to another blended family. And guess what? What I love about this whole thing is that God will take you from ruins to the great things at the top. Even in the midst of your mistakes, even in the midst of you don't know what's going on, God will change you. So in this in this new blended family that I got with my wife, Michelle, Mike, our son, I don't call him my stepson, he's my son.
That's right. That's right.
And so we went into this relationship. He asked me a question. He said, why do you want to marry my mom? Why do you want to marry my mom? I said, well, the reason why I want to marry your mom is because I feel that we together can be a viable, exciting, blood-washed people that can change the blended family mindset and perspective. So we went on. Let me move quickly. I got 9 minutes. What I love about this, in the 21st century, the blended family has become the new nuclear family. Everywhere you look, there's a stepchild and a stepmom, there's a stepdad and a stepfather, and you got all of this mixing together, and we have the ingredients, but we don't know how to use them. We don't know how to put them into place so it can be successful. The blended family can be formed from the following influences: adoption, death, divorce, and remarriage, or having a child out of wedlock. If you do the statistics, most young people that have children out of wedlock will not marry that father of that child. They will marry someone else that's not the biological father of that child. We have to do something in our communities to stop the proliferation of this attitude that we can't make it as a blended family. We can't make it as a stepdad, but we can. In my book, we deal with 3 core principles: practical, therapeutic, and spiritual. You can have the 2, but if you don't have the 3rd one, you can't link it. Common myths about the blended family. Common myths are your biological children or your stepchildren and the biological children will get together quickly. They will mess very quickly. That's a myth. It won't happen that quick. Love occurs instantly between a non-biological and a biological parent. No, that's a myth. Children of divorced and remarried parents are damaged forever. That's not true. If you have the proper GPS of blended family and God's word, you can change the tide. You can change the trajectory of where they're going. But we don't want to talk about it. Hush, hush. In our community, and the kids are growing up broken, busted, and disgusted. Because we won't take time out to get the right people in their life that will let them know, just because you made a mistake, just because mommy and daddy didn't get together, it's not your fault. You can be something tremendous. You can be something phenomenal and amazing. But you got to get the right things inside of them. Oh my goodness, I feel good. Children adjust to divorce and remarriage more easily if biological parents withdraw. Now that's a myth. Every child needs their mom or dad if they're alive, even if there's been a divorce or a remarriage. Don't abandon them because you don't like what the daddy did. You don't like what the mama did. Let me give you some blended family statistics. Remarriage has become commonplace with 79% of women and 89% of men remarrying in 5 years. But I want to say this to you real quickly. Before you take on this task, get some therapeutic counseling, because there's some stuff inside of you that needs to get handled the right way. I'll give you one more. As a pastor, when I was doing this study, I found out that 7 to 10 Protestant pastors don't know how to deal with the blended families in their church. There's no quantitative or quality ministry that can really help their blended family members. So they sit on the left side of the church and we don't ever talk to them. Blended family counseling is a must. I tell people all the time that because of a death or a divorce, most blended families start from a loss. There's a hole in their hearts, there's a hole in their children, and we don't do nothing about it. All you gotta do is call Dr. Mangum, African American Blended Family GPS. I can get you to your next destination. Most of the kids in this particular family system are broken. They feel that they created the divorce. They created the problems, and unfortunately, adults, what they do, they use their kids as pawns. I've counseled many blended families. They still blaming mommy. They still blaming daddy. And some of these adults that got divorced, they draw this allegiance to try to get the kids on their side. And you know you make the mistake. I want to give you some important factors in dealing with parenting in a blended family. Don't be a replacement parent. One of the things I find out that has crippled us when we go into a new relationship where kids are involved, or maybe you don't have any children, you can never be the replacement parent. Your job, man, ought to be an example, a complimentary mentor, and role model until the relationship is cultivated, until they grow to love you, not just like you. So you have to have the conscientious ability to listen.